feel the intensity. Yeah, that's the 2025 X550e. And I feel like out of all the BMWs right now, the X5 is probably the one BMW that isn't caught in the crosshairs of accusations about grills being too big, misuse of nomenclature with the M badge, mission creep on performance, bloat or otherwise. It's really the model that's kind of stayed true to its roots, going all the way back to the first generation X5, the E53. This is now the G05. And I mean, even size-wise, I bet if we put the two of them side by side, this would look absolutely enormous. But in the context of modern cars, it looks like it's sized right for an SUV. This being the 50e with the M Sport package, it looks the part, right? We have all that beautiful motorsport black trim on the front fascia, the side gills, the rear diffuser. I'm not going to walk around back there because it's too tight. And we also have the M compound brakes sporting these massive 6-piston front calipers with the motorsport logo. So yeah, it looks good. I'm going to take it for a drive and I'm going to share my impressions. All right, I'm in the 2025 X5 xDrive50e, this being the brand new for 25 plug-in hybrid X5. And I'm going to outline some of the reasons why I think this car is so significant for BMW and in general, I think, for the future of cars and SUVs. So by now, we're all used to the single curved screen that a lot of new BMWs are now using. It's really grown on me. I do like the amount of real estate that you have for stuff like navigation. I do like how it doesn't feel like somebody just tacked on a mobile tablet on top of your dashboard. This looks sleek, it looks integrated, and it just works really, really well. So probably the most important thing here is that we have 3 different modes because it is the plug-in hybrid. We have full-on electric, which you can now see, hopefully you can see on the screen. We have the hybrid mode, which BMW software is intelligent enough to choose whether it's going to have the combustion motor drive the wheels, the battery pack drive the wheels, or a combination of both. And I've been told that it's so seamless you can't really feel when the electric assist is on or off or using both. And then you have full-on sport mode, which I don't know if you heard that, but now the combustion motor has fired up. So this is going to optimize performance by using both the combustion motor and the battery pack to give max horsepower, max torque at low speed takeoffs. This does use the legendary BMW B58 straight 6 motor. It's turbocharged. It's underrated. Everybody knows these things are cranking out north of 400 horsepower. I don't know. I think they do it for insurance reasons, which is why they're only rated at 375, I think, 375-ish. The first thing we're going to notice, I'm going to put it back in full-on electric to start our drive out of the parking lot here, is we have a range showing here of 23 miles. Fully charged, you have a full range of about 50-ish miles, maybe a little bit less, depending on the state of charge and how long it's been plugged in for. So yeah, this is full electric. It will feel familiar to anyone that's spent time in any other EV, because as we're going to witness shortly as I get onto this highway here, it is damn near silent. And it's not using the 8-speed ZF automatic, it's not using the combustion motor, it's just using the electric motor. And wow, it's pretty great. I mean, if you have a commute that's 50 miles or less round trip, this should be a no-brainer. Why? Because you can use this car all week, plug it in when you get home, or plug it in at your office if you have DC chargers, and you can never see a gas station. And then everybody has, range anxiety. Oh my God, when am I going to be able to plug in? Will I get to where I need to go? Well, this eliminates that concern about range anxiety, because you have the combustion motor. So if you need to take that longer weekend trip, you want to, jet up to Boston or New England, you can do it in this car without that fear. I'm still in electric mode. The other thing that I really like is how progressive and natural the brake pedals feel. That's often a big sticking point in EVs. I feel like there's just so many cars that get that part of the drive wrong, and here it feels really good. I'm going to go into hybrid mode. Okay, so it's interesting because on takeoff, I kept pressing the throttle a little bit harder, and at a certain point, the software woke up and said, wow, we need the combustion motor for the level of acceleration that my right foot is demanding. And it just instantly, motor fired up, kicked in, and I got the additional acceleration that I needed. For a traditional gearhead, is it going to seem a little strange? Yeah. Does it feel completely natural? No. But I think over time, people will acclimate to this type of drive. And here's why I think this type of car is so important, because everybody is saying EV, we need to be, zero emissions, zero carbon footprint, which in and of itself is an absolute, it's an absolute oxymoron. You can't have a zero carbon environment. We'd all be dead. But I get the fact that we do need to lower greenhouse gases. We do need to lower emissions. And I honestly don't think, given supply constraints of lithium and, just the level of, the state of technology that we have today for batteries, maybe when solid state comes out, things will change. But I still don't think we're going to see 100% EVs anytime soon, and I think there needs to be an appropriate mix. And plug-in hybrids are like the perfect answer. You can have much smaller battery packs, which demand, are far less demanding on producing lithium and other, mining other rare earth materials. So it's, the sustainability is better. The ability to produce these things in mass, to put small batteries in vehicles, is definitely more viable than making a full-on EV. And it's really what most people are looking for, right? Most people have that 50-mile or less commute. And this is why I think plug-in hybrids will be the answer and not EVs. So here I just put it in sport mode. Wow. I mean, wow. because I've driven the M60 version of the M5, and that's got the full-on 523 horsepower V8, and I don't think that really has that much on this. You really feel the additional surge from that electric motor in conjunction with the B58. It's pretty awesome, actually. Color me impressed. The mid-range grunt is just super impressive. And again, brakes here feel very natural, very progressive. Typically a sore spot for EVs and plug-in hybrids. So I think this is going to be, maybe not yet, but I think more and more people will find that this type of SUV is the answer for their needs. I think in this package, you know, being that this is an X5, it's perfect. The cabin in here is high quality. You know, look at the materials. Everything just looks luxurious. It feels luxurious. It feels like it's built to last. There's a certain solidity and heft to these doors when you open and close them. And, you know, unlike so many new cars, which I think are, you know, you have all this technology in them and it's just confounding to use, everything in here is easy, it's intuitive. I can get to where I need to go either by using the touchscreen. God bless BMW, they preserved actual buttons and a rotary click knob so you don't have to use the touchscreen. You have voice commands and you have a heads-up display which just minimizes distractions. So I really like this car. If I had a family, this would be my first choice for an SUV. And yes, I say that having driven the Cayenne GTS, having driven Audi's Q7, haven't driven the SQ8, but I mean, let's face it, at the end of the day, it's still going to drive like an Audi. Sorry, Audi fans. But I think this is the best two-row SUV on the market. There, I said it. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you later.